caught up on a few tutorials I've been asked to do, and about a year ago I was asked to do a tutorial on my video, The Green Grass of Home, which should be appearing, I believe, like right up here under the information right now if you want to watch the original video and come back. So I'm going to walk through a little bit of how I play it. If you want to know where the sheet music was, I learned this out of a fake book. And if you do a search on the internet, you'll either be able to find the fake book. Mine was, I think, the Ultimate Fake Book, Volume 1 or 2. But you'll be able to find either a copy of it online, or someone may have actually scanned a copy in, or a copy of the Country Fake Book, which will have this in there. It's in the key of C. It's the key I learned it in. It's the key I play it in. I'm imagining the most that is wanting to be seen on this is the stride style and the country slurs. And in country music, to get that twangy piano sound, I got two cameras going, so hopefully you can see. You play country sixths and country seconds. And a sixth is the sixth note of the key. It also is the minor inversion of the key, which is the A minor, which is the minor version of what we would see as a C natural chord. And then you also have the country second, which is the second note of the scale. Run them together. Then we just slur. And the country slur is when you start to play with country slurring and country seconds and country sixths, the thing you have to remember is you don't want to be perfect. The less perfect it is, the better it will sound. You cannot really screw it up as long as you're slurring down. But you use that on the fill-ins. The melody itself is pretty simple. You can see my hands. I play with tenths. That is a traditional stride sound. Although I'm getting arthritis in my hands and the stretching is not part of my routine so much. And another thing when you start playing this way is your bass. Usually the second octave down from middle C, you can still pound out a chord. That's about as low as you want to go without just going to a single note. Especially if you're using an upright piano, or if you're on a, heaven forbid you're playing a spinet, but if you're on a spinet or a console, the notes will get muddier and muddier the further down, and to keep the purity of tone, you just want to hit a single note. It will sound good, but when you start to hit a chord down there, it'll sound very, very muddy, very dull, and it will detract from what you're trying to play. To get the brightness, you can move things up an octave, and that'll get that little tinniness that we're wanting. And that's all without having to use the rinky-tink bar or anything else on your piano. So just to play the simple melody, I'm going to walk through very simply. Simple run. We're going to the G, to the 1, 2, 3, 4, to the fifth, and normally you run down because that just is melodic. But if you want to give it a little bit of a gospel flair, you go to the third of the chord and you just roll up. on that. If you notice, I'm playing an inverted C chord, just where it's natural. And instead of playing the major, I'm doing that country sixth again. Again, with that roll up, you can take it from the fifth and roll back up. You can take it from the third and just bounce it a couple times. Just keep it in time with the music. That's the key. That's the secret to this, is keeping everything in your timing. But that definitely throws a little gospel flair in. The right hand, all I'm doing is once you get the melody down, you build it, you fill it up. I'm doing an octave now. If you can't play an octave, then at least play it. Try to roll up. And I simplified that where I wasn't playing a full octave, but you can roll up as best you can. It's always going to sound good. But if you can hit an octave with your right hand, it fills it in, and now I'm just playing part of the chord. Okay, I did two things there. I went down to my C sevenths. Whenever you go to the fourth of the chord, you always lead into it with the seventh. At least simply playing you can. There's other, you can do augmented chords and whatnot, but just to get a pure, simple sound. Okay, seventh major. Walk right up. Slide. Now that was just a little simple trick. If you're in G, you can kind of work your way back down by going to the D, which is just a step up from the C chord I'm trying to aim for. Well, let's try that again. This is just a little gospel my aunt taught me years ago. You just kind of walked in. Without slurring it, it's still the same country. I'm doing that but simplified. And if you remember any hymns from church, folk and gospel. Country and gospel have a lot in common. Okay, I'm going to play the melody one more time, and I'm just throwing a little bit in. I'm just walking up between those two notes. It gives it a little sound. Okay, that gives you the basic of the main melody. Now we'll go into the chorus of it. That's it. All I do is I work up and down the keyboard as you can reach. You can start simple and spread your hands out as you get a little better. The wrong chord, just keep going, no one will notice. Anyway, I hope this gives you a little idea of how to do the Green Green Grassophone with a little country spin on it. The main secret is just to learn the slur. Once you get the slurs in, it all rolls into place. If you can't play tenths, that's okay. You can break your chords. But anyway, that gives you a quick run through. I hope you got something out of it. If you want to see more tutorials, give me a like, comment down below if you want a specific song picked up, and I'll try to help you with it. If you haven't done so already and want to see more, feel free to subscribe. And have a wonderful, wonderful day. Thank you very much.